entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. All right, Drew Barrymore, gonna go back into the studio. Gonna start filming her show once again. A bit controversial given the current writer's strike situation, huh?
Yeah, so it resumed filming yesterday. And, you know, she released a statement basically saying at the beginning of the writer's strike, she backed out of the MTV Movie Awards or Movie and TV Awards because that felt like the right thing to do. But on the show, they will not be discussing or promoting film and TV, and that they are within compliance. The WGA, which is a big part of the strike, they say that they actually don't agree with that statement and that they are going to be picketing. So yesterday, when the show was set to resume, they had people outside striking, and then two people that were going into the filming and the taping ended up putting on buttons or pins that said the WGA on it, and they ended up getting ejected from the audience because they did not want them there. They released a statement basically saying security was on heightened risk. They didn't want to have anybody in the audience that could lead to something, you know, an altercation or something controversial, which is kind of bizarre to me because they're pre-taped, right?
Right.
Couldn't you just if somebody just ran across, but whatever. I guess for safety reasons, they said that's why they asked them to leave.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're, I guess I could see, depending on the content of the show, yeah, you might be able to be in compliance and not be leaning on WGA writers, you know, for stuff to put together. But it's interesting to see that, you know, she's going to resume filming when a lot of other late night talk shows and some of the other, you know, similar format programming is not.
Yeah, I'm curious what the long-term effect of this could be for her. Because, I mean, are you going to lose the support from people who would have or wanted to work for you before?
Fellow union members, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head was going. It's going to be interesting to see how this all kind of plays out. Certainly, Drew Barrymore can just walk out on stage and host a cooking segment with Cameron Diaz and talk about the time they drank too much wine and cooked spaghetti and meatballs. That's cool. But like you said, Travis, the backlash it's going to have in the long term, and even in the most immediate fashion and sense, like it could create some traumatic situations.
I do wonder what kind of pressure she's under right now, though. It's one thing for Drew Barrymore to be on strike, not working. She'll be fine. She's got hundreds of people on cast and crew for this show who, if she doesn't resume filming, might be going without paychecks who aren't necessarily striking members. So there's probably folks on both sides right now that are, you know, feeling pressure one way or another.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I wonder, though, if that's going to make other people crumble, though, that were staying strong, that are like, well, if so-and-so is going to be able to pay their rent, what's the point now?
Right.
You know, like, is that going to hurt the morale of the movement as well? So it's a sticky situation.
It is. It'll be interesting to see where it goes,
No
for
doubt.
sure. Well, there's a new movie coming out, Wonka. Just the latest in many a remake, a prequel, a reimagining of Willy Wonka. The director, I guess, has some high praise for Timothee Chalamet, young Wonka.
Apparently, he has a beautiful singing voice, and I did not see this one coming. I mean, no shade to Timothee Chalamet whatsoever, but when I hear him speak and talk, I don't go, that sounds like the man that has the voice of an angel. But apparently it sounds like Bing Crosby, because the director said basically he's got like a huge range. He can do big dramatic moments. He can do quiet moments. And that they're not wanting Wonka to be classified as a musical. They want it to be viewed through a different lens, but that Timothee Chalamet is very talented when it comes to singing.
Oh, I feel like with a name like Timothee Chalamet, it just sounds like he'd be a good singer.
It kind of comes with it.
I mean, why would he not be? Beautiful people can do beautiful things. Of course, he has a beautiful singing voice. I actually did a lot of research before we talked about this today and found a video of him singing in a movie that he did a few years ago, and he has a beautiful singing voice. He can play the piano. He went to a school of the performing arts. He did musicals in high school and college. Like, he's got it all.
Oh, well,
He really
maybe in the sequel to Dune 2, Timothee Chalamet will have a singing number.
Dune 2, the musical.
He's like, the sands, yes.
Yes.
All right, guys. Oh, I can't sing like Timothee Chalamet. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
And you can always listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz. And some other entertainment.